Welcome to Vintage Vault. My name is Glenn and we are going to discuss trench art today. It's very fascinating. These are relics of war that were made from remnants of war. And they were made by prisoners of wars, soldiers in their trenches, those soldiers that were in hospital recovering from either shell shock or war wounds, and also by the civilian population themselves. They were made as souvenirs, some were made to keep, and predominantly during the First and the Second World War. These are highly collectible and can be found in museums all over the world today. So at Kruger's Gold today, I'm going to show you a few of the trench art items. We have a case here. This is a glass case for glasses. You can see it's lined inside and got some beautiful engraving detail on it. And this was made from an aircraft wing. When an aircraft crashed, they used to run out when there was a gap and they used to cut the aluminium off the aircraft wing. Here's some other examples as well. This is a First World War cigarette case, as you can see. There's a springbok on the inside, and that's obviously Egyptian. And as you can see, the item, there's a First World War Churchill tank probably on the front. That's how they used to sit and engrave this, and took them hours and hours. Obviously they had the time. Here's another cigarette case. You can see a lot of Egypt coming into the equation for the First and Second World War. Areas like Sidi Bahrain, El Alamein, Tobruk, and so on and so forth. Here you can see prisoner of war quite clearly, and there you can see, what do we have here? That's just an engraving, but a beautiful engraving. Okay, and here you have a bit of old Egypt, the Nile River, and so on and so forth. There were also other relics manufactured. For example, they used a lot of shell casings. Obviously there were a lot of shell casings lying around back then, and these shell casings were turned into some beautiful items. They were not just polished up and a name engraved on them, but they were turned into some very, very nice, smart items, of which they kept as souvenirs, or they sold, of course, as time went on. This one was obviously chromed at a later stage, but they were predominantly manufactured in brass. Okay? And just to give you an idea, here's a shell, for example, a warhead that came out of a First World War shell, a very heavy caliber. So they would have taken something raw like this, would have sat for hours and designed and engraved on it. Okay? So, the Second World War and the First World War, there was a lot of emotion that went into these products, and a lot of fascination today. We tend to forget about, the younger generation tends to forget about the First and the Second World War. But these were trying times. Just think about it, young men between the ages of 17 and 20 years old that fought those battles, that made these items, and today are extremely valuable. Nevertheless, thank you for watching. You can contact us in the comment section below. If you'd like to know where we are, it's Kruger's Gold, and we supply all over the world with free delivery in South Africa, but anywhere else in the world, you arrange your own transport and we can supply you. Thank you very much. Until next time, don't forget Vintage Vault.